Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be on a deck profile for my Cyber Dragon deck. So I decided to start playing Cyber Dragons not long ago. I believe it's when Cybernetic Horizons sets and came out, and I decided that I'm going to change it from my usual zombie, dark, vampire style decks into something new, and Cyber Dragon was the choice of being new. So without further ado, let's get into it. I start off with playing 3 links. So the first 2 being Cyber Dragon Seizure. Classic card for the deck, you know, fits the theme, brilliant. It only requires 2 materials, so it's pretty easy to bring out. The next one is Genius, which not a lot of decks play it, but it is a great little addition I put in. 2 material. When it's bought on the field, it's unaffected by spell or trap cards. It's also unaffected by a Link Monster's effect. And once per turn, you can pick this card. Well, you can pick any card on the field, one on your side, one on your opponent's, and negate their effects. So it's a very, very good card to help you out when you're in a pickle. So let's just move these up to the top. So next, what I play are 2 XYZs, both rank 5. So I play Cyber Dragon Infinity and Cyber Dragon Nova. So Infinity is the one that you'll bring out first. So you'll have your 2 level 5s, whether it's a Cyber Dragon, a Galaxy Soldier, a Panzer Dragon, and you overlay that with 2 level 5s, and then what you can do is overlay Infinity with Nova, which pretty much puts you in a brilliant position to start off with, and your opponent's already on the back foot. So let's get these pushed at the back. So next, so moving on to the fusions. So I play a lot of fusions in this deck. So I play Overdragon. So I also play Mega Fleet. I also play, well, 3 Mega Fleet. I also play 1 Fortress. I play 2 Rampage, and just because you know, the card Cyber Dragon. Obviously, this is one that you want to bring out for firepower. You know, Power Bond, 3 Cyber Dragon cards, and there you have it. You have an attack of 4,000, and you're already bossing the game. So, moving on to the deck monsters. So, first I play are 3 Galaxy Soldier. So, brilliant card. Easy to bring out. All you need to do is discard a light. And as you run a lot of light monsters in this deck, it's very, very easy to bring out, and very crucial to bring out the level rank 5s, as you can special summon a Cyber Dragon, you can special summon this, and then you've still got your normal summons still left to go. So next, what I play are 3 Cyber Dragon Hers. So again, this is a new card that was released in Cybernetic Horizons. Fantastic card, another target for machine duplication, which previously has been broken, and they used to rely on Future Fusion and stuff like that. So now we have Cyber Dragon Hers, which bought on the field is treated as a Cyber Dragon. You can hit that all-important machine duplication. Once you get 3 of them on the field, you can pretty much power bond up to Cyber Dragon, and there you have it, 8,000. So moving on, let's get these out of the way. So obviously you want to play 3 Cyber Dragons. It's the whole point of the deck. It's a main attraction, and as you guys know, if you go second, you can bring this out straight away, as your opponent probably will summon something. So it's a very, very you know, crucial for this deck. Next, I play 2 Honest. So Honest in this deck is brilliant. Any trouble you'll have, pretty much you can drop the Honest and pretty much get out of a pickle. So it is a great card to run in this deck. Again, not a lot of other decks run this Honest, but we'll still go with it. Next one is Cyber Dragon Eltonin. So This card I only run one copy, mainly because it is a card to use to get yourself out of a jam, and again it is another one that you can special summon, so I tend to hold on to this. I hold on to it right till the end. If I'm really stuck on something or my opponent's made a huge board, I cannot get out of it, this is the one card I'll drop. You remove everything off the field. Well, to start with, you'll have to remove all the light monsters out your graveyard. That will accumulate to 500 points attack and defense per card removed. Once it's on the field, it kind of just wipes the slate clean. So if you use it right at the right time, you could really take advantage of a win. So let's move that across. The next one is the core. So Cyber Dragon Core, and again another target for machine duplication. Get one of them on the field. Machine duplication, power bond. You got your all important Cyber and Dragon at 8,000. It is literally that easy to get them. And now that there's Cyber Dragon hers, and machine duplication has 6 targets, and you can take it from there. And it is brilliant, as machine duplication now is actually usable in this deck, as before it was a bit tricky to play. So let's move this across. So the next card I run are Cyber Dragon Veer, and I purely run this because it's another card that special summons during your plays. So if you special summon pretty much hers, Cyber Dragon, Core, any of those come on the field, you summon them at any point, you can actually use this effect to special summon itself to the field as well. So all important, you can bring out your links, you can fusion summon straight up, as it also becomes a Cyber Dragon when on the field. Finally, 3 hand traps. I play 3 Ash. Again, we don't really play much traps in this deck, so having a hand trap on hand at the time will be great. So those are the 3 hand traps I use, but that's about it for the monsters. So let's get a move on. So in this deck there are pretty much, so I run quite a fair bit of spell cards in here. So the first one I run is Cyber Emergency, which pretty much allows me to add a light monster that cannot be normal summoned to my hand. So it's great for getting out your Cyber Dragons and or whatnot straight to your hand. So plus the second effect to this is, if it's negated, you can discard a card and add it back into your hand. The only thing is you'll have to wait until next turn before you can use it. So moving on from that, I also run 3 Iron Draw. So I struggled in this deck to draw. So this is where I've added Iron Draw, and it's really improved the drawing, because summoning in this deck is very easy. I mean, for example, you could, on your first turn, if your opponent has a monster, you can special summon Cyber Dragon, you can special summon Galaxy Soldier, and you already got 2 on the field. So on this, with this card, as soon as you have 2 machine type monsters on the field, you can pretty much activate it to draw 2 cards, which again is pretty handy. 2 cards still going second means you start off with drawing 3 cards in that turn, and all you need is pretty much that all important machine duplication and power bond, and your opponent's already in trouble. Moving on, I run 1 Cyber Rev System. Pretty much just allows you to special summon a Cyber Dragon, so it is just like a Monster Reborn just for Cyber Dragons, but you know, if you need one, you need one. Again, if you have one monster on the field, you could use that to then bring a second one on the field, then to use Iron Draw. Moving on, I run 1 Raigeki. Again, I've always loved Raigeki. It is in every single one of my decks. I do run it a lot. It is one card that you know, it's just used just in case, but can't go wrong with having a Raigeki there. Next is Cyber Repair Plant, and again this can help you just draw your pick up your all important Monster Cyber Dragons. You can either use it to bring one to your hand, or you can get one from your deck. from your grave back into your deck, so which is always helpful. Run 2 of them. I don't run 3. I think 2 is fair. Next, what I use, again, not a lot of decks use them, is something called Battle Fusion. So what this card allows you to do, it is pretty much like an Honest, but for if a fusion you're controlling is actually in battle with another opponent's card, it just adds their attack to your fusion monsters, and it stays till the end of the turn. Next, I run 3 Twin Twisters. Twin Twisters, you need something to get rid of your opponent's back cards. It is very important to, get rid of any pesky cards in the back, just in case they got something to, trump you with, and, it'll make you discard something, but you can always bring it back with Cyber Emergency, or you can use Cyber Repair Plant to bring it back into your deck. The next card we have is Ultra Polymerization. This card, I don't know if you guys know, but again, not many decks use it, but you can pay 2,000 life points to fusion summon any fusion monster as long as you have the material on the field. So what you can do with this second effect is, when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to special summon any material for a fusion summon monster you used for this card back onto your field. So let's say you use this to, you pay 2,000, you bring up Cyber Twin Dragon or something that requires the material you have on the field. So once it's in the graveyard, what you can do is remove it, and then you can special summon that material back onto the field to then either link summon up. If you use 2 Cyber Dragons, you could bring up Infinity and then Nova, or you could fusion summon once again. So it is very handy. I only do run 2 copies of this, but it is, again, like I said, not many decks actually run this, but it is a fantastic card. Once you actually get it right, it is brilliant. So let's just move that. So finally, the all-important machine duplication. Again, this was broken previously. It was a fantastic card to use in machine decks, but there wasn't enough targets for Cyber Dragons in particular. Now with the addition of Core and Hers, you got plenty of Cyber Dragon targets to use this on, and there's a new one come out as well, which you can actually add in as well, which then makes that all important into 9 targets. So again, can't go without it. Very important in this deck. Finally, to get the boss out and bring some heat and some power. So we all watched the show. We know what Power Bond does. Again, it'll bring out one of your fusion material. You can use fusion material from the field or your hand, and once it's out, it pretty much doubles the attack points as well. So Cyber and Dragon, that is your pretty much primal target of using this, where you go from 4,000 to 8,000, and the only catch is once it leaves the field, you take a hit. So be very careful when you use it. So that's the spell cards done, and the only traps I play pretty much are DNA Surgery. DNA Surgery, pretty much once it's on the field, I can declare one type of monster, and for the pretty much while this is on the field, all monsters become that type. So your prime decision with this is always machine. So once you run this, everything on the field becomes machine, and I'll get into why. So into why DNA Surgery is very important to use. You may have known that cards such as Fortress Dragon, pretty much what this allows you to do is use a machine type monster anywhere on the field. So you can use one Cyber Dragon card from your side, as long as there's a Cyber Dragon card on the field. You can use that to fusion summon this onto the field, and pretty much is as simple as that. Once you have these running and everything's machine, anything that you find your opponent summons that can get you into a bit of a pickle, you can use Fortress Dragon, bring it up onto the field, use one Cyber Dragon or something that says uses Cyber Dragon as its name, and it's brilliant. It'll get rid of all those pesky cards, and you can help clear down your opponent's field. So that's about it on the Cyber Dragon deck profile. So this deck profile, I can put a list in the comments. Just let me know if you'd like to. But I mean, it's brilliant. You can easily, going second is literally probably the best gift your opponent can give you using Cyber Dragons, because all it takes is a Cyber Dragon on the field straight away. You can discard to bring Galaxy Soldier in. You can then either then XYZ Link Summon, or you have a choice of exceeding on those instead. What I tend to normally do is, if I have the opportunity to take out my opponent or try an FTK for myself, what I would do is I would go for the Link first, bring the Link on, depending on what I have in my hand, and whether I have a core or a hers. And because you still have your normal summon, what you can do is summon her core, hit machine duplication, which will allow you to bring another 2. So what you can do is use core with machine duplication to bring another 2 onto the field. Once you get the 2 on the field, what you're looking for next, it is pretty much Power Bond. So once you hit when you hit Power Bond, you pretty much are looking for the most destructive monster in your deck, which is Cyber Dragon. And again, thanks to Power Bond, that will be 8,000. And because you have Cyber Dragon Seizure on the field, you can use his effect to increase Cyber Dragon by another 2,100. So you can end up with an attack of 10,100 just in your first turn, providing your opponent's open or doesn't retaliate. That's a one touch hit and your opponent's out. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want a deck profile on that, I can put a list for you, not a problem. Just leave it in the comments, and I can put one in the description. But again, thank you guys very much for watching the video. I hope this deck profile brings you some sort of help, or the strategies or what to put in. Try something different like I have, and hopefully you guys have the same success as me. But thank you again for watching. Let me know what you think, leave me some comments, pop a like, and remember to hit that all important subscribe button. Thanks again guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.
It's time to do